What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, guys, we are heading back to Comic-Con Africa to show you one of the highlights, probably for me the biggest highlight of the show. That is right, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are heading to Artist's Alley at Comic-Con Africa 2019. Now, past Bruce is there. He's with someone at the moment that all the Disney fans are going to go crazy about. I absolutely loved meeting him. You will see in this next part of the video how much I was fanboying meeting this amazing artist, this awesome guy. He's probably one of the most just genuine and humble, awesome people I've ever met in my life. Let's head over to the con and see who past Bruce is with.
Hi guys, James C. Mulligan here. Jimmy, I'm here with Bruce to What's Popping the channel. I just want to say shout out to all you guys. Thanks for watching. Support this guy. Make sure that you like and subscribe. Hit that bell so you know whenever there's a new video coming down. So anyway, here with a ton of amazing artists here in Artist Alley. And,
if you are not here, you are missing out. Next, you have to be here.
That's right.
We are going to send messages to Comic-Con that James gets here next week. This guy is
I'm hoping
amazing.
to be here again.
You're going to check out all of his live sketches on the channel. It's going to be absolutely awesome. We got footage, we got questions, we asked him.
That's right.
Follow this guy on Instagram, guys, because he does live draws on Instagram. I'll tell you more in the video. This guy.
We're going to rock and roll, guys. Anyway, it's been a pleasure. I love Africa, and I can't wait to come back.
Thank you
Ciao.
so much.
Thank you so much for that, James. It was absolutely amazing meeting you at Comic-Con this year. We popped by James' stand every single day to say hello, see what was new in the art that he was selling. His prints are gorgeous, guys. The work he does is absolutely incredible. And for me, one of the highlights, apart from meeting him, getting to chat to him an awful lot, was getting to go to his panels and to see his live draws. Now, let's get straight into it and have a look at some of the things that he drew for us this year at the con. Now, what is even more amazing, guys, is that James was not just doing these draws for us, he was actually chatting to the audience while he did it. You might have seen a bit of it in the videos there where you saw him talking. He was talking to the audience. He was passing the mic around on the main stage, at Ask Ellie, wherever he was doing the draw, and he was completely open to questions and just chatting with people about how much he loves Disney. And for me, one of the biggest things and one of the things I love the most and appreciate the most about the sessions and the discussions that we had with James was the love that he has for Disney and his just true appreciation for those archetypal stories, which I think are so dear to so many of us and are in a way under threat. People sort of look at it these days and say, no, you can't look at those stereotypes. And I think James summed it up perfectly in some of the questions that he answered, where he said, you know what, these Disney stories are stories that we grew up on. They're stories that teach us such valuable lessons. And if you look at it from that angle, so many of these so-called, stereotypes that are associated with princesses and those sort of stories are not necessarily what those movies are about. They're about, Pinocchio is about telling the truth. Sleeping Beauty is about the dangers of bottling up your fear and your angst and keeping somebody, hiding them from the world, hiding your child from the world and not teaching them about evil to the point that evil grows into, at the end of the movie, a dragon that can destroy the world. So to me, that was so refreshing to hear someone with so much, not just passion for Disney, but so much insight and knowledge and love for the franchise and for all of their work. So that was absolutely amazing. Let me quickly show you some of the questions James answered while he was on stage doing some of his draws.
Well, I'm looking at both. So I do this to make sure that I've got my object on model, and I never ever do anything without reference unless I painted it 10,000 times. But I try as much as I can to stay on model. So I always have my reference right there with me when I'm on model, and that helps me with highlighting, shadow, and shape. Shape is really important, especially when you're doing anything that's any kind of likeness, which I might possibly be doing a likeness right now. So, my Vampirilla cover that I just finished the 50th anniversary of Vampirilla cover. And a bit of trivia is that Vampirilla is actually based on a Disney princess, and it's a girl that I know that is she's, I should say, friends with the Disney princesses down at Walt Disney World. And so if you look at my newest Vampirilla cover, if you guys go to slapheroes.com, you'll see a lot of my new releases there. They've got them, and they've got like the CGC rated and all that. She's based on an actual real life Disney princess. So I absolutely use real people in my life for my art. And as far as film, I wouldn't be on that side anyway, because I'm not an animator. Fine art development stuff, but it absolutely happens. Like I said, I can guarantee you.
So, whether it's a messianic story like Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, or it's a story like Pinocchio, where it's about telling the truth no matter how difficult that might be, and kind of saving the world, and how truth will indeed save the world, like Pinocchio was able to save Geppetto, and that awareness. I think that those characters all represent something greater or darker in all of us. And it's just what we all identify in some way. And I think that's why we love some of our darkest villains. The villain that you love says a lot about you.
That is right. James is afraid of Captain Hook. And, he associates with Captain Hook the most. And
let me see.
and I think the reason he said was that he's afraid of losing his right hand, which, if you've seen the drawing, I think I'm afraid of James losing his right hand, because that guy's art is absolutely incredible. He is, if you haven't seen more of his bio, James is a fine artist at Disney, and not just a fine artist, he is a Disney fine artist. And he's been working with them since 1996, so the year after I was born, James was already over at Disney doing work for them in the parks. Now, he has branched out. His portfolio is absolutely incredible. I had a look through it while I was there. We purchased a couple of prints from him, and he's done some Harry Potter work. He works on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I will link his Instagram down below, guys, so you guys can go and check that out. Make sure you follow him on Instagram, and he does live draws there. So a couple of the live draws he did at Comic-Con were also streamed on his Instagram. So if you were not able to be at the con and you want to see what he's doing in the future, follow him on Instagram. You can check out his live draws and hear the questions that he's answering as well, because that's a lot of fun and that's all part of the live draw experience. But anyways, going back to what James said about being afraid of or associating with a certain villain, he also said that he one of the questions he was asked was, which Disney character do you associate with the most? And I thought he was going to say Baloo.
Well, now, that's pretty big talk, little britches.
I don't know, that's just the impression I got. I just got a certain sense of ballooness from James. I hope he doesn't take that the wrong way. If you're watching this, James, I hope you take that in the Disneyest and awesome sense. I love Baloo, so take it that way. But James actually said he associates most with the Beast.
You must be bold, daring. Bold, daring.
Which now, kind of, after watching that, I guess I can kind of see. And but I think what's amazing once again is drawing all of those relationships back to our own lives and relating to those characters in a certain way. And we relate to those characters because they're either something that we see within ourselves that we fear or that we love, maybe something that we want to see more out of ourselves, and that's what Disney's all about, guys. So that was really cool. Let me know in the comments down below what Disney villain you think you are, and well, that you relate to the most, and let me know let me know which villain you relate to the most, and then let me know which random character you relate to the most. So give me a villain and a good guy. Let's go with that for the video. Anyways, guys, you saw some of the drawings in the video. Now I'm going to quickly show you a couple of things that I picked up from his stand at Comic-Con, which were absolutely awesome. It was so difficult to choose between all of his prints. My mom picked up 6 of his prints during the show. I picked up one mini print, which I will quickly show you now. And what I loved about the mini prints was I'm out of frame, but I'm back. But what James did was, if you bought a mini print, he actually did a little mini sketch for you on the side, which was really cool. So I put this in a frame already, but I'm a massive Stitch fan because, I mean, who doesn't love Stitch?
Ohana means family. Family means nobody
gets left behind
or forgotten.
Got it as a small print, and he signed it over here. He did a little drawing of Stitch, which I absolutely adore, and he signed it to Bruce Aloha, this just means so much to me. It's going to be hanging up in my room. Absolutely love it. Love Stitch, love the character, love the movie, and love my little Stitch drawing. So really happy with that. The next thing that I picked up, also this time, was a full-size print. And I put this on a green background. I'm back again. It's just an awesome picture. So to me it's the Disney trio of Mickey, Donald, and Goofy. And you guys all know I'm a zoologist. I'm working towards my master's at the moment. So fingers crossed we get that thesis handed in soon. We're on our way. We're getting there. But anyways, you also know that I love my photography. So if you haven't seen my photography, you can check it out. Shameless self-promotion, I know. You can check out my wildlife account. I'll link it down below, and also my Funko Pop toy photography account down below as well. So check that out if you're interested in seeing all sorts of cool photography stuff and into that kind of thing. But this for me also is hanging out in my room because it combines 2 of the things I love most, which is wildlife and photography. So I got this, and I got James to sign it to me as well. You only need a black pen at the moment, but he signed it. You can just see there in the black to Bruce from James. But you saw how much I was fanboying in the video. I was so excited to meet James. It was such a cool experience, and like I said, my mom picked something up as well. So I'm going to quickly show you this. You saw in the video James doing a sketch actually on the early in the video. You saw James doing a sketch on the back of this, and that is because my mom also bought a mini print, and he did this awesome Mickey drawing in no time at all. It was this is something that my mom absolutely loves. She has it up in her room along with her 5 other prints, all signed to her by James in different color pens. And yeah, it's the artwork in my mom's room. It looks amazing. It's like a little Disney grotto, but the art itself is of course this photographer Mickey, which is absolutely awesome. And what we really like is that James, on the back, he drew the same Mickey, the same version of Mickey. So that's really awesome, and a piece of art that we absolutely love to have in the house, and means so much to us when James took the time to actually draw a little something on the back and then sign it to us as well. So thank you so much for that, James. Guys, I cannot stress enough how awesome it was visiting his stall, seeing his live work, seeing the man in action was absolutely incredible. As a massive fan of Disney, as a massive fan of him as an artist, it was an amazing experience. He was so open to having people come up and chat to him. You could stand there and ask him as many questions. He was so polite. He was so happy to answer all of your questions. I think during the panels, I hogged the microphone like a crazy person. It was just so much fun, and it was great to meet him, great to ask questions, great to find out more about his work and his process, and it was just the con was just awesome overall, guys, and James made it that much better. So we're going to be doing a series on Artist Alley, guys. So we're carrying on with the series. We're going to talk about some of the other artists that we met in the alley. There was a plethora of talented Comic-Con Africa this year. It is only going to get better year on year, guys, so make sure you start planning your con for next year already. Start budgeting, because it's going to hit you in the pocket really hard, but it is totally worth it. So that about does it for today's video, guys. James, thank you once again for coming to the con. Thank you to ReadPop and Comic-Con Africa for putting together such an amazing show. We hope you enjoyed your time in South Africa with us, and we cannot wait to hopefully see you again at future events. Comic-Con Cape Town, of course, coming up next year, and then Comic-Con Africa as well. If you can make it to one of those, I know everybody here would appreciate it. And thank you so much. Enjoy your cons wherever you are, James. We are all following you. We are all behind you, and you have a whole lot of new supporters and a lot of love here in South Africa. So that does it for today's video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for future, and hit the bell so you don't miss out on future videos. We have a giveaway coming up soon, guys. Our next video, in fact, is going to be the giveaway sponsored by Premier Comics. So if you haven't entered that, head up here and enter it. And we also have our 450 subscriber giveaway coming up, so you can also go ahead and enter that. I'll leave a link up here as well, so you can go and check it out. That does it for today's video, guys. I will see you in the next one. Keep well, and all the best.